It's in the game.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Pittsburgh's offense will have the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the ground, it's Turner. He has the first and still on his feet. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. The Wolverines offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Makes the catch. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Marsh. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down. So he checks it down to his drag route.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
First down for the offense.
defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the try is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. To the air, it's Underwood. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Grabbed over the middle, it's McCulley. There he goes! And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Sometimes those big targets at wide receiver almost spoil you. You think, just throw it in the area code. Well, that didn't work that time.
No, might need to get a new phone. That phone didn't work if you were searching for the area code, because he definitely wasn't on target. And, you know, a lot of times you rush it to and you see that guy out wide, you want to hit that matchup, but that was not an accurate throw at all.
Finds a man in the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Wolverines are rolling down the field. On the move, it's Haynes. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Holmes. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
The Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Holmes. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Wants to throw on third. Caught in the backfield. It's Turner. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I'm loving QBs, drop back, looking at matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, running back on the move. He's loose down the middle. The 40. And he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hand. Oh, it's blocked. And they got it. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. It will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to him on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on third and short. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Holmes. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Hicks. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll keep it himself. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will give them the lead.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Michigan offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's the handoff. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Power football with the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air. It's Underwood. Shoots it to the left. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He wants to take the top off. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to ride this running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. It's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And the misconnection on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. A spectacular, dynamic punt return nullified by a block in the back. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Picked off, a turnover in their own end.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a first and goal after the pick. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Pitt.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
To the air, it's Underwood. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Turner. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
Gonna run it. It's Turner. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give as they work on that clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got his man quickly. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's McCulley. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Finds a man on the left. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now from inside the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And the Panthers inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Reed. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
They'll go to the ground. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Secures it at the 30. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. A missed opportunity on that errant pass. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flow.
Gonna take a shot. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Under a minute to play, they can just take a knee and put this game on ice.
It's such a good feeling, the best feeling in the world. The best formation is victory formations for offense, where I can just catch the snap, take a knee, Jesse, and watch that clock run.
And it's got to feel good, too, because this was a physical football game. Both teams leaving it all on the field, and the offense now an opportunity to ice this thing, take the dub into the locker room, and get ready for your next opponent.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today, and hey, who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.